Have you ever heard of an emperor who was more a poet than a politician? A ruler who presided over one of the world's greatest empires, yet watched it crumble while he was lost in art and music. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and tragic story of Muhammad Shah, the last Mughal emperor to enjoy a long reign, and the man on whose watch the mighty empire began its final, irreversible decline. Born in 1702, Muhammad Shah ascended to the peacock throne in 1719. His nearly 30-year rule was a welcome change from the rapid succession of short-lived emperors who came before him. For a moment, it seemed like the Mughal Empire might finally find some stability. But the stability was just an illusion, a beautiful mirage masking a deep-seated decay. Muhammad Shah was a man of refined tastes. He wasn't a warrior or a shrewd administrator like his ancestors Akbar or Aurangzeb. Instead, his heart belonged to the arts. He was a passionate patron of poetry, music, and painting. His court was a dazzling hub of culture, attracting the most talented artists and intellectuals from all over India. He even earned the nickname Rangila, meaning the colorful, or because of his dedication to entertainment and festivities. Under his patronage, cultural forms like Kathak dance and Urdu poetry flourished, leaving a lasting legacy that we still cherish today. His court was a spectacle of beauty and creativity. Imagine grand halls filled with the sound of sea, walls adorned with exquisite miniature paintings, and gatherings where the finest poets recited their latest works. For the artists and connoisseurs, it was a golden age. But while the emperor was engrossed in cultural pursuits, the empire itself was falling apart. He was kind by nature, but this kindness translated into a fatal weakness when it came to governance. The powerful nobles, who were supposed to serve the emperor, saw his disinterest as an opportunity. They began carving out their own little kingdoms. The governor of the Deccan, Nizam-ul-Mulk, established his own dynasty in Hyderabad. The governor of Awadh did the same. Bengal, once the richest province of the empire, also became virtually independent. These governors would still pay lip service to the emperor in Delhi, but in reality, they were kings in their own right. Muhammad Shah was too busy with his courtly pleasures to rein them in. The central authority, once the bedrock of Mughal power, evaporated. The army, neglected and poorly paid, grew weak and undisciplined. Corruption became rampant, with officials more interested in enriching themselves than in serving the state. Muhammad Shah relied heavily on a clique of nobles who manipulated him for their own gain, whispering sweet nothings in his ear while the foundations of the empire rotted away. Then came the storm. In 1739, a formidable Persian ruler named Nader Shah set his sights on the immense wealth of India. He swept through the poorly defended mountain passes and marched towards Delhi. The Mughal army, a shadow of its former self, met Nader Shah's forces at the Battle of Karnal. The result was a catastrophic defeat for the Mughals. The mighty empire was humbled in a single day. Nader Shah entered Delhi without a fight. What followed was one of the darkest chapters in the city's history. Initially, things were calm, but a rumor of Nader Shah's death sparked a riot where some of his soldiers were killed. Enraged, Nader Shah ordered a general massacre of the city's inhabitants. For hours, his soldiers rampaged through the streets, leaving behind a trail of death and destruction. After the bloodshed came the plunder. Nader Shah systematically looted Delhi's legendary treasures, accumulated over 2 centuries of Mughal rule. He took everything. The single most symbolic and valuable prize was the magnificent peacock throne, an opulent seat of gold and precious gems that had been the pride of the Mughal emperors. Along with it, he seized countless jewels, including the world-famous Kohinoor diamond. The total wealth carted away was so immense that Nader Shah was able to suspend taxes in Persia for 3 years. For the Mughal Empire, this was a blow from which it would never recover. The invasion shattered its prestige, emptied its treasury, and exposed its military weakness for all the world to see. The emperor was left humiliated, a king with no power and no wealth. Muhammad Shah continued to rule for another decade after Nader Shah's departure, but he was an emperor in name only. The empire was a hollow shell, its glory a distant memory. Muhammad Shah, the poet-emperor, died in 1748. He is remembered as a great patron of the arts, a man who fostered a vibrant cultural renaissance. But he is also remembered as the ruler under whom the great Mughal Empire suffered its most devastating humiliation, setting the stage for its final collapse. His story is a powerful reminder that an empire needs more than just culture to survive. It needs strong leadership, a vigilant administration, and the will to protect its power. What do you think? Was Muhammad Shah a tragic figure, a victim of his circumstances, or was he responsible for the empire's downfall? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories like this. See you next time.